We're doing this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Side Jag, the show where we talk about incredibly crappy movies and other cool stuff. Pretty much the other stuff is the cool stuff. Movies, they typically suck.
Right.
This week is no change.
Exception.
Actually, it's probably one of the worst movies we've ever watched. But before we dig into that, and
thanks, Byron. Thanks,
Byron. Yeah, he dipped. It's okay, man. You're working for a living.
Right.
Before we dig into Spawn, the non-animated series, the animated series would have been fun because that kind of didn't suck. But yeah, anyways, what have you been up to, man? What movies have you been watching? What have you been doing?
What I know I've watched some other movie this weekend, but I finished Witcher. Witcher.
And
I'm ready for the next season.
I know, right? Dude, then it's just like, God damn it. Oh, man, I gotta wait another. Let's see, it better not be a year and a half. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
They need to up production here.
Yeah.
You know,
just make them like longer or something.
I mean, he's already said he'll do it for as long as they want him to do it. Like he's come out and said, listen, I will make this, I will do all 10 books because he's a fan.
Right.
You know,
I think I'm going out on a limb here. But overall, I think that the Witcher series will be better than Game of Thrones. When it's all said and done, the way they finish it, how it ends up being.
Maybe.
Lower budget, of course.
Lower budget and far fewer characters. Because Game of Thrones just kept getting
bigger.
Yeah, and you're just like, where am I at now? Where I was snowing. Now we're on a beach. Oh my God, what is happening? And there's dragons. I mean, I enjoy it more because I don't necessarily need a world story, but you know, we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
So you've seen it all. Have you rewatched it?
I'm 3 episodes into rewatching it, and I had to stop because somebody suggested watching something else this week, and I watched that instead. So, you had mentioned watching what was the name of that? Oh, Van the Clothesline.
Van Douche. Van Dutch.
Yes, Van Douche. Van Dutch. You had mentioned watching the Van Dutch documentary.
Yeah,
and
I got
Dutch. Whatever.
Yeah,
Van was the name of the Spanish guy that kept
right. Yeah.
I got totally roped into it, man. I was like, the first night I watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, all right, I gotta stop. I gotta go to bed. It's getting late. I gotta work tomorrow. And so then I was like, oh crap.
Kyle got me stuck. See, here's what happened. I would have never picked that for myself, but Kyle started on the living room TV. I come in 20 minutes into the first episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is actually quite interesting. Like, there's stuff happening.
Yeah. So, you know, they go through the whole first episode setting it up for like, I'm so-and-so and I invented this. I'm so-and-so and I invented this. And it's like, what a motley group of misfits. Like, I mean, you have this, we're going to do this interview. We should do it from my bed. And he's got the hugest home stereo at the foot of his bed. And you're just like, where does this guy live? In a 10 by 10 room in California? Probably.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And he kept saying, fuck that guy. Stab him in the neck. And you're just like, what? Who says that?
The other guy smoking heroin. Why?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold on, man. And pissing in an iced tea bottle. I'm like, I gotta do this. The pain is too much. And then, you know, he turns out being a drug dealer for the Costa Nostra or Costa, however you say that, you know, and you're just like, wait, what? And then you got the one guy that's just like, dude, I just wanted to be in something, bro. And I just hung around until like they accepted me, you know? And you're like, how do you guys have time for this? My chick is pissed at watching YouTube talk. Don't sleep.
And also, he's got to go.
It's called FOMO, man. FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't sleep a lot. I mean, I love sleep, but I just it's the girlfriend that gets no time. So I watched that. over, you know,
Right.
and I that was good. Everything
The end
about
of
it
the
was
first
just
episode, they get you because he's like, and there's also a murder, and you're like,
yeah.
a murder, like
Right,
what?
and we still haven't even been introduced, you know, like they bring out the Danish guy like right at the end, and you're just like,
Right.
wait, who's this guy? What the frick?
I don't know who done that documentary, but they are very good because I think
Well,
they could sell you on the way they set that up. They could sell you on just about anything.
yeah. I haven't finished Doom Patrol. I think I still have like 3 or 4 episodes left, and I'm saving those because I have to fly to Las Vegas and I need something to watch. So
Right.
I'm gonna finish Doom Patrol on the Vegas flight.
I gotta do it too, man. It got on the back burner because it started off rocky, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
I needed it needed a rest. It needed a
right,
rest. So
yeah,
I'll go back in and finish it off. And then so I watched the Von Douche,
right.
and that was great. That was definitely a solid pull. Like really nice. But then so a buddy of mine was watching what is it? The man on the
Moon.
no, it's the okay. I'm not a sports guy, as we all know, but the quarterback, our Buccaneers quarterback that came from the Patriots,
Oh yeah, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a documentary that Tom Brady did
Hmm.
on ESPN, I guess.
Oh,
It's
so
like,
it's like the
it's not 30
30
on
for
30.
30. Oh, it's not
No,
30 for
it's
30.
eight
Oh,
eight episodes of
oh wow,
basically his whole fucking life.
wow.
The man on it's fuck. I can't think of what it's called.
Heisman, the Heisman Trophy.
No.
No,
It's just type in Tom Brady.
Tom Brady movie.
Tom Brady movie. Tom Brady
Yeah,
documentary.
yeah.
But oh my god, dude. So I'm like 6 episodes into this, and like I'm not even a football guy, but total new appreciation for everything that this guy has gone through. And you know, it's just really good. And I can appreciate his work ethic, and a lot of it talks about the man in the arena. Thank you. Man in the arena. It even tells you where he steals the name from back when he was in Michigan, playing at College of Michigan. That was a sign on the wall, and he always thought that would be a cool title for something.
Yeah,
And but no, it's just like they dissect his life up in, I'm assuming up until Tampa. I haven't got there yet. I still got 2 episodes, but like they bring in other people. There's always either a player or a player he played against, or like one they have his wife, and it's just a couple things stand out. It's done by Under Armour, and the voice guy that they got, and the show is brought to you by Under Armour. At the beginning, it's just like, where did they find this guy? It's like I have to fast forward through because it's like,
yeah.
and the man in the arena is brought to you by Under Armour. And you're like, this guy like 100. It's like the crotchety old guy. Stay off my grass. It's like, oh my god. But it's like, dude. Even if you don't like sports, like it's total work. It's a total worth watching because you just kind of get a glimpse inside of how this normal human being has achieved an unnormal human act
Right.
of winning the Super Bowl 7 times,
Yeah.
going 10 times and winning 7 of 10. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it's just like, wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. And just, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but,
The dude's something else, man.
but the other cool thing is like, we all know why we hated the Patriots. Okay. And they talk about that. And then
Yeah.
and it's nice to hear it from the other side. And you're like, oh, damn. We're the reason why they won all those things because we were douchebags to them. And they were like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Screw you. We'll show you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know? So that was cool. I'm not done with it because I had to watch this next shitty movie we're going to talk about. But no,
So
if you get a chance, watch it.
I've got one on my list. Well, I will recommend
Yes.
if you like something like that, The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan series.
Yeah.
Super good. It's the same situation kind of.
It's on my list, and I do want to watch it because who's not a Michael Jordan fan? Although I own none of his shoes or his T-shirts. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like when you have a great like there's so few people. You know, when you think about a professional athlete, I always find it amusing. Like when you can like they're 1% of 1%. You know, of 1%. And when you have a crappy one, you know, like a guy that's just like mediocre and he's a professional, it's like, how is he a mediocre professional ball player? Like, how does that even happen? Because there's only so many of these people. You know, how can there be one that's just okay? Because for everyone that's just okay, there's 10 other just okays behind them going, hey, what about me? You know, it's like, dude, how does this happen?
And he's the one that made it. What it's like when you see Steph Curry, and you're like, he looks so small compared to everyone else. But then you see him next to a regular person, dude's like 6'1". So I'm a little bit taller than him, but most people are not taller than him.
No, but I mean, when you're playing against guys that are 6'9" and 6'8" and 7'1", you're a fucking midget.
Yeah.
It's much shorter. You're a dick shorter than this guy.
They're doing the hand move on you, like the big brother move. You're just
yeah. But yeah, so I love 30 on 30s. Of course, I've watched the Ric Flair one. I mean, why wouldn't I? You know, it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, but I because they're the modern day superhuman, not superheroes, superhumans. Like whatever it is, whatever Kool-Aid they got in life, it isn't normal. Like a LeBron James doesn't happen without life creating a LeBron James. Like having the innate ability to do super things is there, but being nurtured in a way that you can actually take advantage of these things, that's what makes that person. And hearing that story of how they got to be like if you look at like these quarterbacks, they just look like normal guys. It's not like they're like Arnold and ripped and jacked and like, oh man, I spent 50 hours in gym. They're just like normal dudes, you know? Yeah, sure, he's might maybe like your height, but he's still just a normal looking guy, you know? But yeah, he can freaking 7 Super Bowl rings.
Right. And like, if you've ever tried to throw a football like a long distance, even just like a high school quarterback, you're like, how do they do that, man? That's insane.
Yeah. No, Ric Flair's was good. If you haven't seen Ric Flair's 30 on 30, it's really good. Oh,
I think I've watched every 30 for 30.
Actually, it's funny because
I have access to.
Yeah, Ric Flair was the whole thing that got me into 30 on 30 because I was like, it was on somewhere, and I was like, what is this? Yeah. And I couldn't even hear it. We were in a restaurant, and it was just this Ric Flair, and I just sat there and watched it, even though I couldn't hear it. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, but this is intriguing as hell. I got to find out what this is." And finally, a 30 for 30 commercial came on. I was like, "Huh, what's 30?" And Haley just looked at me like, "You don't know what 30 for 30 is?" I'm like, "I'm the last guy, okay?
Right.
Sorry, I'm not gonna make it. All right."
Yeah. Of course, you know, Haley and Sue know what 30 for 30 is before.
Yeah, not a clue. Yeah, not a clue. Oh yeah, the new John Cena movie series starts today now.
On
really? HBO. Yeah, what is it? Where his character from the last Suicide Squad.
That guy.
Yeah,
I was gonna check it out. He was such a douche, I mean that movie.
And he's more of a douche. Yeah,
people like that movie, I guess, or I don't know, man. I thought it was
terrible.
I thought it was worse than the first one.
Oh, it was. The first one I can watch and be like, yeah, this here comes the good scene.
Yeah.
And there it goes.
And it's like, yeah.
Well, you know, okay. The suspension of disbelief. Okay.
Listen, Robbie is on
Peacemaker.
He's on point.
Robbie. Yeah. I like it when these guys are paying attention. Man.
Robbie, we gotta have you on.
Yeah, no shit. Because he might actually know something.
Yeah.
This is okay. When you when you sit down to watch a movie, you have to have a certain suspension of disbelief. Meaning you got to be like, okay, what am I watching? How should I translate this? How much of the reality should I just pull back from to let this movie happen? You know, and I, when you watch a movie like Suicide Squad, you really have to pull back and you have to go, okay.
It's like, Well, and sometimes they stretch you to your limits, like the last Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
they stretch you beyond your limits of suspension.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that they put it in space,
right?
So, that's just and they had a lot of magnets, right? Magnets are the shit. But all right, let's you want to talk about this pile of shit that we watched?
Let's talk about it, man. So, Spawn, 1997. I will say in the front side, I had high hopes because I remember liking this movie. I haven't watched it since I've been 18 plus. Okay. I think I watched it 2 or 3 times when I was younger, and I remember liking this movie. And now I know that 16, 17, 18-year-old me was dumb as hell because this movie sucks.
I remember watching it and thinking this movie sucked back then. Yeah, because the special effects were just so bad.
Oh God.
So here's my take on the movie. If you're familiar with the Spawn comic books, those are amazing. This is a pile of shit. Yeah. The fact that they didn't include major characters and they just took other characters and moved them around didn't make any sense to me. But they spent all their money on his costume and making him try to look like Spawn, which they did a good job on his costume. Like his prosthetics that he wore were on point by far. Some of the best prosthetics, and the glowing green eyes with the smoke was cool as shit. And that's where it ended. The Violator looks like meth-fueled love. Yeah, no shit, right?
That's spot on. That's spot on.
Oh, yeah. So, but I'll tell you, Violator is the only reason you watch this.
That's why he is literally the thumbnail for this. Like, I'm not putting Spawn on here. But listen, let me just say this. Spawn's cool as hell.
Yes.
This movie sucks. And this Spawn sucks. The actor who plays it is, I don't know if he's a good actor or not.
No, he's not.
But he's not acting good in this movie.
No, he's terrible. It was just terrible. Right. Wanda killed it. But what is it? How do you say his last name? Zamos. Jesus.
Let me see. John Leguizamo.
Yeah, I can't say that. We'll just call him John. John does a fabulous job as Violator. Like, just like so good. Like, he is the only reason. Like, I tuned out every time Spawn was doing something. I just focused on John saying his lines and just watching him act and realizing like he had to stand like the guy, like a man living in a van down by a river throughout the whole goddamn movie.
And dude, he's so gross. Like, he is so
nasty.
He is the only highlight of this movie. He's disgusting in everything that he does, and that's exactly how he's supposed to be.
Yeah, and he played it like, they're paying me.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. They dress me up like a Pillsbury Doughboy and paint this blue shit on my face, and I just get to act like a douchebag.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of sum up the movie for people?
No, there's nothing to sum up. It sucks. No, there's literally nothing to sum up. It's like it's the worst. It's the worst translation of Spawn ever made. HBO did a decent job with the comic. Like, if you go back, like, you can still watch the comic on HBO, and it's totally worth it. It's a good, McFarlane was working with it. He had something to do, and at this point, McFarlane was just excited to get a movie out
on screen,
and it totally failed. So the movie sucked. John was great. He's hilarious. You could let him talk, fast forward, let him talk, fast forward, let him talk. The fight scenes were just stupid as shit.
Yeah, terrible.
It probably has, what was Sheen?
Jason Wynn.
Yeah, but
that was in there,
Sheen has probably stricken that from his IMDb page. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't. Charlotte. He's like, I wasn't in that movie. I
Right.
didn't do that movie.
Exactly.
Like, because like the fact that they got him, he must have been like drunk or on crack or something going on that week where he was just like, yeah, I'll do that. Sure. What? Wait, what did I sign up for? Oh shit. This is terrible.
Like, just there's a very simple plot thing. It's he gets killed by his partner to go to hell because his partner has a deal with the devil, and the devil wants to betray him, and it's to lead the devil's army.
Yeah, but it's not even a good Spawn.
Yeah,
it's just
it sucked. I didn't even think his armor was that great.
No, but I'm just saying for movie for 1990s, it was pretty good.
And, dude, the fight scenes really sucked.
Oh, it was horrible.
All the effects were... Yeah, they could have done like a practical fight scenes. They didn't do it, and it looked like when he was fighting the Violator in final form.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was like Play-Doh or something.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell was going on.
They were stiff as hell.
Again, John did a fabulous job through that as Violator, and that was it. That was the only and when he was Violator, it was terrible. When he was the clown, he was great. Violator was tough, but we didn't get the cops from the cartoon or from the comic. They did it. They did. There is a documentary on McFarlane.
Yeah.
Because when Spawn, when they did the 500, he did his 500. They did a whole, like what he's doing now documentary, which was really good. So it's just kind of like this moment in time, like Spawn is turning 500. They brought in all these artists, and it was like going to print and all the titles and the deadline and what's going on in his life right now, because, and kind of touches on all the lawsuits and all the stupidity and all the money that he has been put through the ringer for being McFarlane. So it was kind of good.
Yeah. This looks like they done the graphics. Like they act like an Industrial Light and Magic didn't exist during this time.
No,
I feel like we could do these graphics ourselves.
Probably right now there's probably better. Yes, there's definitely 3D rendering that people could do that just like kill that shit. So
was there any scenes that brought you any joy?
No,
I like the cheerleader outfit, Violator cheerleader outfit.
Okay,
I thought it was funny.
It was, but it was like, why is that there? Like, it literally, it's like, where did he come from? And what? It was almost like, hey, we shot this scene for something else. We don't know where we're gonna put it. Oh, we'll just put it here. And
I feel like they were like, this movie really sucks. Let's add something in that's like kind of gross, kind of funny.
It was so gross. Yeah, it was just bad. All right, so one of the things I wanted to ask was, now that we have things like The Witcher and Game of Thrones and these really awesome Disney Plus style shows, best scene in the credits. Even those sucked, man. Those were terrible, man. They were on like fire and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the best scene was when it stopped and said next movie. All right, so we have 500 episodes of Spawn, okay? 500 issues of the comic book. So there's enough content there. I don't think we need to tell the Wanda story. Like I don't feel as do you think there's a mini series there, like an 8-part mini series?
Well, I was going to tell you, I've done some research on this. You know, Spawn 2 is in development.
Oh God.
There's no other information other than Spawn 2 is in development as a movie.
That sucks. Because I feel it would make a much better miniseries.
I think so too.
I think we could get a little bit deeper into the characters, and it needs to pick up in a different place. Like it needs to pick up in a place where because Spawn needs a partner. Spawn has to have somebody with him. And not that weird dude that was with him in this. He needs that some form of
Caligstra. I don't even remember his damn name, and it's like what's he do? What's he even doing? What's he doing here?
Yeah, he's gonna take and turn him good in 20 minutes. And that's just it. I think I think there's a world where Spawn could be interesting in a short series. I don't know though, because
I was always attracted to Spawn because, like Cassie, she said, was what is he, a good guy or a bad guy? It's like neither. He's a little
Vin
bit of both.
Diesel. Yeah, he's a Vin Diesel character.
He's sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad, and that's why I liked him in the comic book. Like he's
Right.
not always
He's like Venom. You know,
right.
it's just
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite your head off, but only if you're bad. Okay. Have you seen that yet?
The Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't really like it that much, but I thought that it was like a fun movie.
Yeah, I think it was just I looked at it as, we have to make a movie because it's slotted to be made. We have a budget that's in place and we've already paid. So let's just make this movie because we want to do more with Venom in the Spider-Verse.
Right.
But we've already paid for this. So
Right.
let's just make this movie. We'll get it out there. We'll get people liking Spawn more. I'm not Spawn. We'll get people liking Venom more. And
right.
you know, we have already teased them with the whole Woody Harrelson thing, and let's just make this movie. You know, and people will watch it, and it's like, because it went off the rails real quick. Like,
and
Woody
this was when,
just,
because Sony was still in control at this point.
Yes.
And once you got Marvel involved with Spider-Man, that's when Spider-Man went from Andrew Garfield to, hey, now we're doing a teenage Spider-Man story, and we're going to tell the story how it's meant to be told.
Yeah, we have time.
Right. Yeah.
We
got time.
You know, and we got money and intelligence behind it, and it's not a single entity. So I feel like Spawn was just like, not Spawn, but I feel like Venom was just like, okay, I mean, we're gonna make this movie, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And that'll be that. And you know,
I don't know that Tom Hardy was the right pick for that either. I think he's a good actor, but I like most of his stuff, but I
don't like any of his stuff. I thought about that.
You didn't like Mad Max?
No.
You didn't like the last Mad Max?
No, it was stupid.
Oh, dude, with the Furiosa or whatever. I like that one.
But he didn't. There again, he's like the drunk guy you bring in to just kind of like, hey, you kind of, you know, you're him. Yeah, me. Just do your stuff. Oh, okay.
Like Sam Jackson.
Yeah, but Sam Jackson's good. You know.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. You know. Attack.
Are you telling me you didn't like his Bane?
Oh, I hated his Bane.
Everybody did.
What's going on?
I would say like this. So I think Spawn can come back because superheroes and stuff like this is cool now. When Spawn came out, if you weren't Batman, you know, the 1989 Batman or something, you're not getting a movie. Especially like, it was a big risk to do a Spawn movie.
So the Val Kilmer Batman was on the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, that had like the Riddler and all that crap in it.
Did his Batman have nipples? No, that was the 1989 Batman, right?
I don't remember which one had nipples. All I know is it was Val Kilmer, and I'm watching. There's a scene where like Tommy Lee Jones is making a fool of himself as Two-Face, and I'm like, this is the worst movie ever. Like this is what got us into where we are now. Like, oh my God. Like, this is so bad. I don't think, and I know people feel bad about this because I know how much everyone liked the last 3 Batman movies.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think there has been a good Batman movie yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Batman's just so overplayed now. I
want to see what this next one is with the vampire guy. Because that looks promising. That might be, we're finally going to get a good Batman. But I like the first Batman just because it was nostalgic and it was that time, but I don't think you can sit back and watch Michael Keaton play Batman and go, "Oh yeah, that holds up." I don't think it holds up.
George Clooney's Batman had the
Yeah,
nipples.
yeah.
I forgot.
That was terrible. But I don't know if that holds up. I don't know if like you could sit down and watch that in its entirety and be like, "Oh man, that was good."
Yeah.
It's like,
I let me pitch you on this idea.
yeah.
There are good Batman movies, a series of them, but they're not called Batman. They're called Iron Man. Because Iron Man
killed it.
He's Marvel Batman. He's the same guy.
Oh yeah.
So that's that's what they could have done. But
yes.
DC does not. DC does good TV shows sometimes.
DC doesn't have a Foggy.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. That's it. They don't have a guy that is doing a Kevin Foggy. Like, that is just like, listen, here's my finger. Boom.
Do this.
And this is what's gonna happen. Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man was fabulous. I mean, like, holy shit. That was just like crap. This was really good.
Right.
There was dumb points. There was dumb shit where you're just like, oh god, really?
Yeah.
I mean, but it was a great feel good movie where you got out of there like, oh man, dumb shit happened. We lost Tomei, but and no one knows who he is now. But man, I just enjoyed the experience that was put in front of me. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that they got away from the hey, my voice is changing Tom Holland Spider-Man. In the beginning, like that was kind of annoying, but now it's like he's a Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
We're not doing that anymore, and I like that.
Yeah. And he cares. He's definitely
and some dark shit actually happens to him.
and he kind of works his way through it and does okay with it. So
right.
I think they have good storyline there. But Iron Man, when Iron Man came out, like you could sit down and watch Iron Man. Like right now. Like you can go back and watch Iron Man. Iron Man 3, you might be pushing it on that one, I think. The one where like the guy catches and turns people on fire and all that shit. I
don't even remember. Where's the one with the dude with the whip? Mickey Rourke was in one of them.
That was 2.
That was two. Right? Okay.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. You had War Machine and you got the new Brody. But at 3, like it got weird, and it was like, okay, I think we're done with the solo acts here. We really need to, we need to team him up with somebody other than Pepper Potts. Tony needs a keeper.
Yeah,
because he's but I don't know.
He's got to have an animal there.
It's funny too because if you think about it, Black Widow got introduced in Iron Man, and now both those characters are gone. The 2 coolest characters.
Yeah. Gone.
Damn it.
Bye.
I did. Oh, one other thing I did go back and do is I went back and watched the last season of. Oh God.
That one show where they do the thing.
No, yeah. Oh shit. It was a superhero thing that Netflix did. Daredevil. Thank you. I went back and watched season 3 of Daredevil. I watched season 1 and 2. When Netflix did those, like Luke Cage was terrible. Iron Fist, please God stop.
Oh, Iron Fist, God. No.
I couldn't get behind Jessica Jones. I tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work for me.
Are you gonna watch The Defenders?
I watched the team up. The team up was good. The team up was good. Yeah. Because there again, Daredevil took the reins. It's like the smartest guy walks in the room, Daredevil. Okay. Right. And the rest of the guys just like have to figure it out. Danny Rand, rich piece of shit. It's like, oh God.
Danny Rand, like, dude, just die, dude. Die.
It's like, yes, please. Surfer dude.
He's just a petulant child in that show. And it's like I hate you from the beginning. I hate you
to the end. Ooh. You have a ghost?
Something's going on in there. I might die, guys, live on TV.
But no, it's Daredevil 1 through 3 is really entertaining. And it's weird to watch because I think it's like 10 or 12 episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, Netflix just didn't know back then. You know, they hadn't figured out like tap out at 8. Because they could introduce a lot. There was a lot of story there that could be.
There's a lot of meandering in those two, in all those series. And I think like I was surprised to see him in Spider-Man because like Kevin Feige kind of notoriously hated that they'd done those Netflix series.
So the reason why he got in was everybody loved Daredevil and they loved that character. But so when they brought in Kingpin back, because Kingpin was the Daredevil pink, and they're like, if we can bring him in, we should bring Deadpool or Daredevil back in because like everyone loved out of that whole mosh of shit. Those were the two guys that were the best at what they did and all of that. So it made no sense to try to go find a different Daredevil because he did such a good job at Daredevil. Yeah, and we know everything.
It's like
we don't need an origin story.
We already know what happened, and it would be like doing Doom Patrol and giving us the second-rate Cyborg after I watched the Snyder Cut, and I was like, oh shit, now I like Cyborg. Oh, here's the second-rate Cyborg, but then you get used to him. So I guess
No, you never do. It's like something from Willy Wonka, and that's why we're friends, Jason, because neither one of us like Tom Hardy.
Did you have a snack? I have a snack pick for this.
Go, because I was just thinking beef jerky the whole time.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Cheetos, like the puffy Cheetos?
Yeah.
Okay, they're pretty good.
Now, do you want Cheetos like the long smiley face, or do you want poofs, cheesy poofs?
Cheesy poofs, the puffy Cheetos, right?
You want the $2.99 cheesy poofs.
Okay, but you're thinking of the good ones. I'm thinking of the ones you get at the worst kind. The ones you get that are just they're called cheesy poofs. They're greasy as shit, and they leave extra dust on your fingers.
Yes.
That's the snack for this movie.
Yeah, because they're disgusting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They make you disgusting. You feel worse after you ate them, and they never tasted good in the first place.
No, and you've only eaten one, and you ate the second one just to make sure that the first one sucked.
Right. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
That's my pick. That's what's.
I was just thinking gross beef jerky, like because I was like that, or like a Boston, a Bavarian, but like a German chocolate cake.
Oh yeah, I love German chocolate.
Who doesn't? I mean, it's so weird. It's like, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. German chocolate. Sugar with coconut in it on top of a cake.
All right, so brownies. How do you stand on brownies?
Brownies. I like brownies.
Okay.
But I like brownies that are moist. I don't like the dry.
No, you like the Ghirardelli's brownies. The ones that are just like, just like they could sit on the counter for a week and you grab them and they'd still be like, oh, it's like you can mold it into a ball. And
I don't know what it is, but Bailey can cook the hell out of some brownies and some like cookies.
Yeah.
So she's designated. That's it so far. But if we're cooking brownies or cookies, she's doing it, and they're going to be delightful.
How do you feel? Are you a corner guy? Do you like the corners, or are you a middle guy?
If I'm choosing middle, but I don't dislike the corners.
So last year, for 1 year for Christmas, because Haley likes the corners. Okay. Yeah. So there's a brownie pan
that's
all corners. It's literally a snake pan. Yeah. It's like a 13x9, and it just does this. So every brownie is a corner. And I was like, we got it for Christmas, obviously.
Right.
It's just great because it has this giant rubber cover that goes over the
fits
giant...
in no cabinets. It takes
it's a 13x9. No, it's 13x9. That's what's great about it. Oh yeah, so you just
fits right in.
It comes with its own spatula and everything that fits right in. So like you can literally, like, if you want to take like a half-inch of brownie, you just like cut a half-inch brownie, take it, eat it, and put the top back on because it actually seals it up because it's a rubber top on a big cast metal. But I know the reason I bring it up is because you're like brownies are wonderful. Nuts don't belong in fruit, or nuts don't belong in brownies.
I agree.
Treats.
I agree.
Nuts,
but
carrot,
they are
carrot
best
cake maybe
eaten warm. They're best eaten warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on them.
Yeah. You ever try butter? You ever put butter on a brownie?
No,
like real butter?
but I'm not opposed
like
to
hot,
it though, because
like a hot brownie with a real just a like a pancake style layer of real butter on the top.
Oh, that sounds delightful. Yeah.
Somebody was like, dude, you don't put butter on your brownies? And I'm like, I've never have. I didn't say I don't. I've just never done it. And so, the next time I had brownies, no one was looking. Ooh, yeah, damn, this is good. Dude, hey, way to make it worse for you.
It could just, it's like a biscuit, like putting a butter on like a good biscuit, just plain butter. Really good.
Oh, well, that's Cracker Barrel.
Oh, dude, speaking of Cracker Barrel, when we had our cheat meal, I was like, we're going to Cracker Barrel because I want to get that damn apple butter. The Cracker Barrel biscuits with their homemade apple butter. Kill it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny too because they go, "Do you want to take those to go?" And you're just looking at them going,
"We're not gonna."
I'm not gonna eat them, but I don't want to leave them.
Right? Unless you're bringing me more, that's the only we're gonna have to go because I'm eating this shit right now.
Yeah, no, the butter on the brownie is really good. Don't overdo it though. You got it. It's just a just a layer, like a pancake. Put it on there, a nice hot brownie. Let it and just.
That sounds good. Well,
it's not how you'll always eat them, but
it's a treat.
No, it was just an experience. We're talking about brownies. Yeah. I'm definitely not pregnant. But some people never do it. So,
right. Well, my grandma used to. She would make us some homemade biscuits.
Yeah.
She'd put real butter on it and then sprinkle a little bit of sugar on there. Cut them in half.
She wanted you to die. Okay, makes sense.
Listen, grandmas, you never eat enough for grandmas.
No.
So she puts oh, dude, those were like heaven. Those were like heaven.
Cracker Barrel. Dude, you're terrible. All right, watermelon. Let's talk about watermelon for a minute.
Watermelon.
Are you a watermelon connoisseur?
No, I'm not. I'm a watermelon I'll eat it if it's out, but
so summertime there's a slice of watermelon, pick it up. You'll eat it because it's like, it's water. It's not bad.
Exactly.
It's like a drink. So when I was a kid, my grandparents would put salt on their watermelon.
Everybody does that, yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like Fernando puts like salsa on it and just like makes me want to puke. But and that other shitty sauce, sprinkly shit, Traza, whatever fuck it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's terrible. But really? So people there also put salt on watermelon?
I like seeing it in the South everywhere. Yeah, everyone puts salt on watermelon. I don't like it.
I don't know why you.
They do it on cantaloupe too.
Cantaloupe is disgusting to begin with. So like putting salt on it would just like
putting salt on.
It's like when you get the fruit cup and it's like the fruit cup comes with a grape, maybe a piece of watermelon, and cantaloupe, and you're like,
damn,
what a
that's
waste.
the worst. Like listen, I'm telling you right now, if there's cantaloupe in my fruit cup, everyone's getting beat up. Everybody that had anything to do with this, you're getting beat up. There's
always cantaloupe and then like the melon, summer melon, or some disgusting shit.
Dude, you're describing the worst fruit cups.
But those are what we get here. Those are fucking Southern Florida fruit cups.
You get peaches,
nope.
Pears,
nope.
Sometimes a grape, a cherry if it's a special thing, and then that's all. That's all that's acceptable.
No, it's just all melon. All 3 different types of melon, and maybe watermelon.
I'm never getting a Florida fruit cup.
Don't ever get a Florida fruit cup because you just look at it and go, I ate the grape.
If I get cantaloupe in my fruit cup, man, I'm losing.
That's all you get.
It's done.
Yeah, no, you're getting honeydew melon. Yeah, honeydew melon, that nasty green, grassy melon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they love that shit here.
Yeah,
it's so disgusting.
I think you guys have a bunch of a high population of old people that retired there, And old people have weird tastes, so
yeah,
maybe.
and they always eat breakfast. Always eat breakfast. God, it's like trying to find a breakfast place here. Water in the moment, how to get married. God damn, that was so bad. Way to go. Way to go.
Nice.
High fives. Pears are terrible. I like pears. I can do pears,
like
pears,
yeah.
I can do pears for a couple weeks during the summertime.
Yeah.
I'll switch up from apples to do pears just because it's like, why not?
Right.
And you always wonder now, it's like I can buy this, like I like I like the specific type of apple. And I always laugh because like, how is it available all year round?
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding. There's something going on.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I get it, but damn.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, she'll eat the shitty melon cups. But
hell no.
But there again, she's Southern. You know, her parents, she was brought up here, so that was, you know, they probably, you know, I know they didn't. They forced her to eat that shit.
I'm gonna poll the guys at work and see if this is a thing. Because if this is a thing, man, I will not stand for it. But I will stand for this. Cotton candy grapes, I co-sign on those. I like those. Love them.
Haley doesn't.
Does she not?
No.
Those are good, man.
Grapes are hit or miss, though, man. Grape is that one thing where consistency just ain't a thing. Like you'll get a grape one time, and you'll be like,
if you get a mushy grape, it's disgusting.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though. It's like, you know, sometimes you get these big grapes, and they'll just be like the biggest gonads ever, and you're like, oh, you'll eat them, and just flavor explodes, and then the next week you go and they got regular grapes, and you're like, and you'll eat one and it'll be bitter, and you're just like, oh, what the frick?
Strawberries are kind of the same way. Sometimes,
that's because they're the nutsack of the devil.
Like a strawberry, like sometimes they're really juicy and very tasteful, and other times they're just very bitter, and it's like, I don't even like this.
Yes, this is the most conversation I've had with Sue all day. So,
well, I mean, listen, she got to get her Dean time in at some point.
Yeah, I'm not Southern Floridian. Whatever. Yeah, we'll bullshit that one. Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't have a Southern accent and go, "Hey, y'all, what's up? Hey, want to go down here to the store and do some yickety yick yick?" Yeah. No, we don't have that here where we're from. You know, because in this part of Florida, we're all Northerners. We're all from the north.
So. Yeah, we got a bunch of New Yorkers and stuff down there.
No, dude, no, it's Michigan and Ohio.
Oh man,
dude, Michigan and Ohio. There are so many. Yeah, it is. I know that's because I'm from Michigan. It's terrible, but everyone is from Michigan or Ohio. Where are you from? Michigan or Ohio? What do you mean? No, New Yorkers. You know they're New Yorkers because they wear
can't
that
hide
like
anywhere. Right?
Dude, they wear it. No, they proudly wear it like a badge of honor. It's like
listen. There's three people that are the most annoying people in the world.
Okay.
People that are from New York, people that are from Texas, and vegans.
Wow, you just really bust a whole bunch of people.
you cannot be in a room with them longer. People that are born and raised in New York, born and raised in Texas. You be in a room 5 minutes, you're gonna know how great Texas is, how great New York is, or why how good the vegan lifestyle is.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Anytime someone says how great it is to live someplace, and you go, "Why are you here?" Well, the weather's better here. All right, well then it sucked there. So one thing you gotta understand about Florida is Florida is the most northern southern state. All right, because most people that live in Florida are from the north. But it's geographical. Okay, so it's not all of Florida. So if you drive an hour north of me, you're in the south. Okay, very southern. If you drive east along I-4, you're north. Everyone along that road, all the way to the other side. So think of Florida as like kind of an H, and I-4 is the cross. That area is all northerners, okay? And they all speak like I speak. They don't speak like he speaks. And that's it. But when you go inside of the H or above the H, they're all, hey man, I got my pickup truck out front. Y'all go hunting in that? I love me some Tater. He's funny. Tomater. And then if you go southern, then you run into like Miami and that whole,
Dominicans,
the
and
Cuban
Cubans.
population and
Yeah.
whatnot. I mean, the Latin community sprinkles its way through all of it,
Right.
and they're starting to move south because they realize like there's money to be made there. So, because even the Southerners don't want to cut their own grass. That's really what it comes down to. I can hire Jose over there to do it for me. I'm gonna hire him. Yeah, those guys, they work hard. They work hard. Can't vote, but they work hard. Dude, let me tell you what. When you're like when we go to see her parents and we're driving through where they live, okay, when was the election? All right, so this was like March.
Yeah.
Like there was no chance. It was March. There was more. I've never seen so many Trump banners in my life. It was literally like that guy in the neighborhood that like Christmas has been over for 2.5 months. Take down your tree, dude.
Still got every
Yeah, no, these guys are full. It's like, dude, Christmas already came and gone. Santa Claus is back at the North Pole sleeping. Like he's already lost 20 pounds to get in his bathing suit. Summer is coming, bro. No, man, they're all still flying that flag of hope. And you're just like, come on, man. Has this ever happened? No, it never has. Okay.
Yeah. People go all in. They
go
all in.
And you can't back out. That's the problem. You can't just go, my bad.
Yeah,
we go do something else. We can't do that anymore. I was raised in Bray Ridge, Brooklyn, but I've lived in Newport, Rhode Island most of my life.
Rhode Island. Yeah. I listened to, and I think there's a show on it now, a whole podcast series about the mayor or the former mayor of Rhode Island. Crazy as hell, man, dude. Tied up with the mob and all kinds of crap.
Oh, perfect. Well, I mean, it's Rhode Island.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm interested in Rhode Island. I want to see what Rhode Island's like.
We may have a chance to go up to Connecticut for something.
Oh wow, I've never been to Connecticut.
I've never been to Connecticut either. But Fernando was like trying to figure out where all these things are on the map, and I'm like, go to Maine.
Northeast,
and then work down along the water. And he's like, what? And he's looking on the map. He's like, I can't even find these places. I'm like, it's because they're the size of Tampa. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Jacksonville as a city is bigger than these states. All right.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what? I'm like, trust me, like that little dot, that's Rhode Island. Oh, wow. Where's Massachusetts? To move to the right or move to the left. I'm sorry. As a Texan, you're damn right. Although Tennessee and Florida are great too. Dude, I had a blast in Tennessee. Don't get me wrong. I love visiting other people's.
Me too.
I love visiting your town, man. I was like, damn, I wish we could have stayed just for like to do something, because it was like, dude, downtown, it looked very inviting. I didn't look. I mean, it wasn't like here downtown, but it just looked like shit. You could
quaint. It's quaint.
Yeah, it's like there's probably a couple good restaurants.
Yeah.
It's just like when you're, dude, Stillwater. When you're at Kicker with the college, Eskimo Joe's, and there's another hamburger place down there, and there's the new taco restaurant that opened right across the street or right down the street from there.
Yeah.
They all complain because they're like, oh man, we got no good restaurants. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But the restaurants you do have aren't bad. You only have 5. So I can see where it sucks. Downtown Portland is definitely not inviting. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I didn't say I had to go downtown.
Yeah.
They
got their whole parts of that spot taken over.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm not.
They let it go back to the people.
Yeah, I'm not running in downtown Portland. We do it. Like when we were at Dallas, I'm running all over Dallas. And I'm just like, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to stay where the people are, because there's a train. And I was just like, I'm running from train station to train station. Like, this is probably pretty good. And then I went one direction. I went a different way. And I was like, this is stupid.
If I never go to Dallas again, it won't be too soon. I actually like parts of Texas, but Dallas is a freaking nightmare. I hate driving to Dallas. I hate driving through Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we go there because that's where the convention is,
Right.
and it's the Omni is a really nice place. So it's not, there's like 3 7-Elevens within walking distance.
Yeah.
So we're good. We don't really have to venture much
Stray out.
out past
Yeah.
that.
Well, I
So
mean, the areas aren't too bad, but it's just I just hate the traffic and it's just
well,
blah.
yeah, but we're never there for that, so it's
Yeah.
okay, you know. But we need to pick a movie.
Did you have any ideas? I'll tell you a show I want to watch, but it's a series.
What is it?
Get Back on Disney Plus, the Beatles documentaries.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I'm not a
Yeah,
big
but
Beatles fan, but I'll probably watch it at some point just because I like
yeah.
music documentaries.
And what's his name? The dude that done The Hobbit is the one that done this documentary.
Oh, the big guy?
Yes, the big guy.
Oh wow, that probably is pretty good, even though that guy's weird.
Right. Yeah. So I think that'll be good. I have to let you. Should I pull up the list? Do you want to look at the list, or do you have an
No, because the
idea?
list sucks. We need a home run here. We need a home run bad. I mean, we were gonna go for Ghostbusters.
Right.
That
Yeah,
is
we can go for
that
Ghostbusters.
that
Yeah.
is available for rent or purchase or whatever the frick it is. I don't know. And I'm kind of anxious to watch it. I intentionally didn't watch it because
Yeah.
I was like, we need to review a movie that might actually have a chance of not sucking. It's
Yeah.
like, especially after that one, Above the Law. I said a movie that doesn't suck. Okay, that was a
That's
good movie back in the 80s or 90s or whenever the hell that movie came out, before Steven Seagal turned out to be Steven Seagal.
yeah.
But no, I think Ghostbusters would be cool. I think
Let's do
we
it.
could do well with that.
Oh, I finished all of Cobra Kai. That's what I done. That's the
And
other one I
like,
watched.
so we were talking about crappy things. So you
You,
finished
you,
watching the other crappy things.
no, that one is great. But you know what made me think of it? We have low budget Steven Seagal in it with white hair this time.
Is it actually Steven Seagal or just?
No. It's the dude from Karate Kid 2 or Karate Kid 3.
I don't know. Dude, never watched any of the Cobra Kai crap.
Oh man, you watched Karate Kid though.
I didn't like it.
His name was Terry Silver.
No. That was one of those. To me, Karate Kid was like a PBS special, trying to teach me karate and life lessons. Yeah, nah. Can we get Bruce Lee in here? I want to see some Bruce Lee. Yeah. So that's one of those things I don't even feel bad like I missed out on. All the guys
Karate Kid was great. I love Karate Kid. That's probably why I like Cobra Kai.
Well, I would hope so. Yes,
you don't
I remember that.
Recognize low budget Steven Seagal here.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. Oh, they brought him back for this one?
Yeah, they brought him back, and he's got gray hair now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's like a hippie now.
Nice.
Pretty good, man. It's a good show. I'll stand behind it. It's a good show.
No, it's okay. I just don't care. The Italian Job was a great movie. I like that. But there again, I don't know.
Wait, the original or the one that they redone?
Oh no, the one with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean Edward Norton, Mark Wahlberg, and the other people that played in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
was a great cast.
I recently rewatched Bullet. Still a solid movie.
Bullet? Like Steve McQueen?
Yeah, Steve McQueen.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think it's really. No.
Yeah, man. I still like it.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes, and 45 minutes is the car chase.
Yeah, it's so fun though. It's a fun movie.
It just didn't even make sense why they had that car chase.
It's only about the car chase. That's the only thing the movie's about.
I know, but that's my point. It's like there's nothing there. There's no meat to it. I have like a box set version of it that's like aluminum and looks all cool, and I still look at it and go, okay. Like it's like watching Scarface. All these guys, I gotta watch Scarface this year again for the 500th time, and go,
yeah.
Really?
I haven't watched Scarface in a long time. We rewatched not too long ago the Do You a Favor.
No, it's the Steve McQueen as in the Cars.
Oh, yeah. Cars.
Yeah. But okay, so now The Godfather, Okay, the reason why Scarface and The Godfather can still hold up as a movie is because they
Yeah.
were period pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, so a period piece to me is almost timeless because if it's filmed well, like those movies were, then it's just for newer generations. They just look at it as a time capsule of this is what happened in the 70s. This is what happened in the 60s. They just did a really good job of telling those stories. So those movies will
Right.
be timeless. Like you could go back and watch The Godfather 1 and 2 and they'll hold up because it was a solid story. It was shot as a documentary style, and the
Right.
characters were fabulous, and they there was emotion, and there was no special effects. There wasn't any,
Yeah.
it was just a period piece, and it was good. It was, it's like watching Warrior. They're trying to go back and tell that Godfather style story in that same manner so that it will be timeless.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai will not be timeless.
No. It's definitely not timeless.
You know.
Although, if you didn't like Karate Kid, there's a chance you would still like Cobra Kai because it turns Karate Kid on its head.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. That he
And
becomes a douche.
nobody's a good guy. Nobody's a good guy fully.
Yeah, well,
And
I mean,
nobody's
that's
fully a
good,
bad
though.
guy either. So
Yeah,
a lot
the
of gray
original
hair.
Gone in 60 Seconds from the 70s. Wow, that's a
I didn't like
reach.
that one as much. I liked the Nick Cage one a lot,
Yeah,
but I
but
know
there again,
it's not a good movie. But I
no,
just like because the cars and the
but you're watching it and they're like, "We're gonna
yeah.
steal this car," and you're like, "No, you're not. That's not how you
Yeah.
steal that car." I mean,
It's a sick heist movie though. It's like
yeah, but you're just watching it, going, "That's not possible."
yeah.
It doesn't work like that. Ooh, The Accountant.
I
Sue me
just
that
watched
one.
that recently.
Dude, I will watch that movie every time it's on. I don't
Yeah,
know
it was
what it is
good.
about that movie, but I'm just like, oh, this is good. Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
this part. This is the good one. Yeah. This is when he gets to play a kid and kicks everybody's ass. Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let Sue Picker get a divorce. No, I'd rather get a divorce. I'm not gonna lie. She sucks at picking movies. She won't argue that point. I mean, she's not a movie person.
Yeah.
You know, dude, I'll be like, hey, we're gonna watch this awesome movie, and she'll be okay, and then she'll sit on her, and then just,
Listen, I would say that about Cassie, but turns out last week I made her watch Spawn on Sunday, so I owe her a life debt now. And it's all Byron's fault.
yeah, it wasn't worth it. All right, so we're gonna watch Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's it. We'll watch that. Hopefully, it won't suck, and we'll talk about it next week. I'm excited. This is my exciting phase.
Yeah, very excited. See you guys next week.